Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Oceanic Readings. I'm going to have you guys go ahead and pick a deck, okay? Whenever you're ready, you can pause the video, you can do what you need to do. Pick a video. Yes, pick another video as well. Continue to watch. But pick a deck here, and we're going to get some health messages, some messages from your body, some little insight from your health, advice from the cards, from the spirit world, see what's going on for you, okay? So, yeah, take your time, and we have the Wildflowers Oracle, the Asase Oracle, and the Pretty Wild Bugs Oracle. You can go by the backs or the color, or wherever your gut and intuition takes you. I trust that you'll make the most amazing choice for yourself, okay? And I just saw 444 actually, so yes, I'll meet you on your timestamp. Alright, if you chose the Wildflowers Oracle, let's hop right into it and see what health messages that we have for you. Alright. For those who chose this deck, health messages. Health messages. Let's see it one more time. Okay. All over. We have partnership reverse. Now, the first thing that I'm drawn to is that on the partnership card, they're back to back. And so this could be that you guys are having some back concerns. There could be maybe you have some little nerves that get pinched, or your weight distribution, something like that, because if one of these people pulls out, then the other could fall, because they're leaning against each other. So there could be something going on with your posture. There could be something where how you carry things, or how you sit, or something of that nature, where you're not having even distribution of either strength training, muscle toning, things like that, or you're just having more stress on one side, or different parts, different pockets of your back. Okay, so that would be something you really want to look out for. Of course, this can also add strain to the neck area as well, and you could just feel that everywhere, through the shoulders, the neck, and the back. So that would be the first thing that's super highlighted for me here. And then we also have this Bougainvillea as the flower here in the background, and that is like grows up on borders, like on fences and archways and things like that. So it makes me think of the Ace of Pentacles here, but it's reversed. So I think that you guys having strong kind of defense, or kind of boundaries helps your health. So again, that takes me to the back. When you see somebody who, like, oh, they look like they could, let's say, like they have good defense for their body, whether they could let's say do a sport defensively, or they look like they have good immune defense or something, there's usually a posture that you notice with them, right? You can tell, like, oh, that person must fight or do sports, because they carry themselves with strength in their back, with really good posture, that kind of thing. And even when they are down, like a wrestler or like a defender in basketball or something, you notice that it's a very intentional stance that they have with their physical body. So again, it just really takes me to your guys' health, even if you're wondering about like digestion or things of that nature, even like your skin clearing up. There could be a huge tie to your I was gonna say defense again. Your posture. And we might think that's so silly, but once you go and you have, let's say, massage work and chiropractic work and things, you realize, wow, my body can flow and detox and stuff and digest and all these other things better when my spine is aligned, when I got all the knots out of my back, and when I'm sitting in a way that my body can flow. So that is just like really screaming at me here so far. Yeah, because then we have this curve here. Soul path is reversed, and that reminds me of the curve of the spine. So we're supposed to have a natural flexibility. We're supposed to have a natural flow to our body. Things internally should be able to flow and release, but we also need some structure to us, okay? So that would be the thing here. Some of you also could be concerned with your face. You might be doing like the rollers and things like that, so that you can you want your face to stay up. This person's like hanging upside down and like, come on, everything flow. It also reminds me of hair care, because you know how like they say hang upside down and then the blood rushes to the roots of your hair and you're trying to take care of your hair. So some of you are trying to undo something. You're trying to go back in time from your path here and take care of things in relation to like your head, okay? So your hair or your jawline or like your skin on your face, things of that nature. You might be willing to try some things that maybe you feel like I look a little silly. Is this working? I'm doing this a massage and then ice cubes and then this and then that on here. So this does say to make sure to take care, to pay attention as you're going along your path. There could be things that when you do what you love on your path, it is contrary a little bit to what your body needs, and you might have to overcompensate to take care of your body. So do it even if it seems silly to everybody else. So for example, it could also be your mouth and your teeth, because that affects your jaw and your face, your facial position and everything. So for example, anyone who's really had to take care of their teeth, they'll know that, you know, if you're, let's say you're out camping with friends or whatever, but then you have to go and like do your retainer, make sure your teeth are really clean or whatever it is. So this is saying don't get discouraged in your journey if you have to take a lot of time out to take care of your hair, or this could also be things with your head, like if you get migraines, again, you have to take care of your teeth, your skin, things of that nature. Don't get discouraged and feel like, oh, this is not what I want my experience to be like. I want to just like float out and have my life perfectly, you know, just coincide, because, you know, sometimes it's just not like that. Maybe you're someone who loves outdoors, your soul path is to do something or to be in a particular environment that your skin and your hair feel a little differently about. Maybe you love winter or dry areas and your skin and hair are like, what the heck? So this, I feel like, is just, don't get too discouraged if what you love to do, like maybe you're a surfer or something, and what your body needs is a little bit different, and you feel like you have to put more effort into those areas than others might. Everybody has something generally that they have to take care of. Some people, maybe they're fine when they're younger, and when they get older it takes a lot of work. Some people vice versa. You never know, right? People go through different eras of experience with their body and life. So I just feel like encourage yourself, stay flexible with yourself, and stay taking care of what it is that you need. Also, for this pile, it might vary throughout the year. You might have a part of the year where you have to do like basically nothing for your body and hair. Maybe that environment, that season, let's say summer, your hair loves it, so it's like thriving, but then you need a lot of extreme care for yourself in the winter or something of that nature. So just try to stay a little bit more flexible with yourself and try not to judge what your body needs based upon kind of this lifestyle image that you want to have. Instead, just see it as like balancing that scale of taking care of what your body needs even while you're enjoying yourself. I would also say here, it's saying don't like forsake the things that you love to do because maybe you haven't found a solution to your body. Like for instance, I know a lot of people who would love to swim. It would be so relaxing. Maybe it would help them on their path for like exercising and health and everything. They would love to, but because of like their hair or whatever it is, they might not swim. So this would be like, continue to find what helps you take care of yourself so that you can enjoy what it is that you love to do. Maybe if you had a different hair care routine or different products, or even swam in a different type of water. Maybe you don't need to swim in chlorine water, chlorinated water, or salt water, for example. Maybe if you did freshwater swimming, you could really enjoy yourself and also, you know, find a balancing point with your hair. So I feel like there's just like a big negotiation for this pile and like what we think our body limits us to and what we're kind of tired of doing for our body versus being able to find some solutions for ourselves and being able to stay interactive with what we love to do while also making our body happy. I'm going to pull one more card out of the box. Yeah. Think out of the box. This also gives me unboxing. So maybe some of you do like a lot of product testing. You might want to consider that kind of thing. I do feel that, it's like literally saying here in your reading, what I felt is that I don't think that you guys necessarily are going to find one miracle in the box. This is saying you have to think outside the box for your health. So you might be like, well, I have to mix this with that, and then my skin is happy. But if I just take, this golden product off the trends, my skin doesn't respond well. It kind of, doesn't do anything for me. This could be maybe you guys, let's say, have mixed hair. You might have a mixed textures on your face. You might, again, just respond and kind of oscillate depending on your environment. So depending on if it's very humid that day or not, you might have completely different hair or skincare routines, or even your bones, again, your teeth and things, your back, your body might feel different depending on the weather. So this is saying don't try to look for one product in one box and expect that that's just going to take care of your whole life. Definitely, I think this is a group that you really, really need specialized care products, and even exercising, right? You might need to spend time working on, instead of just a full body workout, something that specializes on your problem areas, specialized yoga to stretch, really support and stretch certain areas and give you flexibility, things like that. So again, make sure to take that time. You might need specialized care when it comes to your doctors. So you might spend a lot of times specifically at the chiropractor, specifically at the dermatologist, and maybe even go to experts in niche areas in those areas, okay? So think outside the box and don't limit yourself to just, I just want something easy. I'm just going to use one body wash, and that's just what I'm going to stick to because I don't want to be bothered. When really maybe going to some specialized care might help you get more even skin tone, or might help you in your exercising to tone your back in a way that you don't have pain, things of that nature, okay? So that's what I'm saying for you for this group, and I hope that you are thriving and healthy and feeling better, and I'll talk to you again on another one. For those who chose the Asase Duru, let's see what health messages and insight we have for this group. All right, health messages and insight. We have entangled rivers, okay? So this is really giving me, it's like thorns, and it's like, is this plant dying or not? So this could be one, make sure you're eating healthy, fresh produce and stuff, and not things that are maybe food that's like kind of past the date or isn't as healthy as it should be. Maybe you guys just reach for whatever. Maybe there's things that are past when it should be setting out, or when it should have been left in the fridge, or there's just some food and safety concerns around food products or fruit, I guess specifically keeps wanting to come out. So that's something to take care of. Parts of the body right now, we're immediately going towards the hands. So maybe what you're doing with your hands and how you take care of your hands might reflect the rest of what's going on in your health. But that could be a big concern as well. So making sure, you got your lotions, your creams, everything that you need to keep your hands happy. You might also really want to watch for, this could even be like shooting pain in the hands for some of you, or feeling like you're limited with your hands and your arms, that maybe you don't have the strength in them that you would want. Maybe there's, depending on how you lift or move your arms or your hands, there could be a limitation that you feel, or discomfort that you feel. So, our hands are just so important in how we interact with the world. It makes me think of like an octopus, like they interact with their tentacles, right? A lot. And humans are the same. We really use these things a lot. So, making sure and checking in with that part of your body and be like, am I actually happy here? Do you need anything? Like, you do a lot for me. And taking more care when it comes to, not just grabbing hot things or burning yourself or getting paper cuts or whatever it is. So, maybe y'all need to put gloves on when you're doing dishes, and just different things to give that part of your body some extra love, because they're kind of like the first point of entry when it comes to interacting with your body a lot. Of course, this can be hand washing, getting rid of germs, because again, our hands then invites whatever is going to be interacting with our body quite often. So that can be another thing that you pay attention to. But definitely, we're in the age of constantly being on our electronics, things like that. And a lot of people have strange different things that they can have going on with their ergonomics. So, whether it's like you got the cramp from being on your phone all the time, the keyboard, whatever it is, really take care, because that could be a bigger deal to your body than your mind is really kind of checking in and calculating right now. All right, we have growth reverse. There's really something about like old food. We got mushrooms growing, but like the negative kind. So this is saying really, really take care for this group about what is going on in your food. Maybe you're like always eat at the cafeteria at work or something, but there's some like unsanitary practices going on. I know that's like kind of alarming to think about, right? Health readings were like a little TMI, but this is like, I can't ignore this combo that's going on here, okay? So really make sure you wash your food, make sure it's sourced properly, make sure there's not like a lot of toxins and preservatives and dyes. This makes me think of with the purple mushroom here, but reverse, like a lot of toxic dyes and things of that nature in food, because your body is just like done with that, okay? It's like it's really, really done with that. And it could be that you have, again, like shooting pains or like less flexibility in things because of those choices and because of what you're ingesting here as well. Now, some of you might be like, well, that's the trend. This is what everyone else eats hot Cheetos. Everyone else eats, these trending restaurants or whatever. And I want to fit in. But I feel like literally your immune system's like, hey, can you stop putting this in here? It's like, those shows where they're inside the body, like Magic School Bus or something, but they're like talking to the external human who's making these decisions for the body. That's what's going on right now. Your immune system's like, hey, no, hand, pick something else on the shelf. No, not that. That's toxic. No, don't eat it. Dang, now we got to beat these things up. We got to get rid of these toxins in here. What is it, Osmosis Jones? So it's like that kind of vibe, okay? So I feel like your body is down with you, gangity, okay? And is trying to keep your immune system up, trying to keep you really healthy. And maybe you guys are one of those people who's like, I'm healthy as an ox. Like, I can eat whatever I want. And your body's like, actually, we're healthy. You're not making healthy decisions out there. We're just having your back. So at some point, we're going to get tired. Stop trying us. Stop trying us and eat something healthy, please. Thank you so much. All right. So that's the big thing that I'm seeing here. I do feel like your body would really benefit, as most bodies do, with like a big super punch pack of vitamins and things that really support immune and just that kind of healthy defense. That would be great. Your body would find that spectacular for sure. And just allowing yourself also, I feel like with this group you could have where you need to move your body more. You could be in one position. This could be the homebody or couch potato group for sure. You always want to be comfortable. Maybe no matter where you're sitting, you tend to curl up, you tend to lean, you tend to that kind of thing. But your body could be a little bit stagnant, okay? It could be not utilized as much as it needs to be. So maybe pick up something that will stretch your limbs more. I'm getting like you can play the piano, do different things that's going to give you fluidity, that's going to give you strength in your limbs. It's going to move your body a bit more, not always being in a seated position. Yes, you can play piano standing up. Some of you are going to say, what, Hemi, I thought you said to move around, but then you told me to play the piano and that sits down. So maybe I should get my blanket and just sit down at the piano. No, you can stand up and play the keyboard too. You guys might benefit from having like a standing desk, okay, things like that. I definitely think there needs to be more upright activity going on for this group, more active energy for sure, because your body just is cramping up. And then also, if you do need to sit more, learning how to sit properly or to transition into that without getting cramps, without your body going into lethargy, and without throwing off like your back and things like that, could be beneficial. There are people who don't know how to relax, like just like some people don't know how to work out and they might do the wrong position that would hurt themselves. Some people don't know how to relax and they do the same thing. They're just like, how do I sit on the couch? Am I relaxing now? So knowing how to just let your body be fluid and have good postures can be a big thing as well. Maybe some of you pick group 1, but I feel like it's different in a way as well. So that's what I'm seeing. I'll leave it there for you guys. Eat more greens and definitely check what's going on with this food quality, okay? All right. Let's talk to you again on another one. All right, for those of you who chose the Pretty Wild Bucks Oracle, let's see, health messages. We're going with whatever is pointed out here by the cards, whatever comes up. Health check-in here, little insight. For those who chose the Pretty Wild Bucks Oracle here, the pink oracle with the flowers, the third oracle, however you suggested, or however you picked it. All right, we have equality reversed here. All right, that immediately makes me think of scales and weight distribution. Again, we have a lot about posture today in the readings. Oh my gosh, there's a piano butterfly. In the last group, I just talked about playing the piano. Maybe some of you are like, I'm going to watch the whole video. Shut out, you real ones. Maybe you pick multiple piles. I feel like to flip all of them over this time. Recharge. Okay. For this one too, your body might recharge by unplugging from other things. I know, deep, right? Wow. But it's true. So this group, you might have sensitivity. Like I'm seeing this light here from like electronics, glowing in your face, the blue lighting, all that kind of stuff. But just your eyes might get tired. There might be wear and tear even on your skin and your body from always being in front of artificial lighting and electronics and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like your health does blossom back pretty well, and you can tell even in how your skin looks when you allow yourself to unplug from electronics, kind of do away with some of the artificial lighting and have more natural lighting and like rest well, things of that nature. So even if you start just by, let's say on your break at work, you don't go and be on your phone because you've been sitting on the computer all day for work. Things like that can start having like a very large effect on how you're feeling, because that can change, how your eyes feel, which can change if you're having headaches, if you are seeing clearly, things of that nature that make you feel better, right? All those subtle things can really add up if we're straining to see, if we feel exhausted, if our head's hurting, our facial expressions are different, all these kind of things, okay? And again, our skin reacts differently to natural lighting than it does being in artificial lighting, and that is aware on our skin to be sitting in front of like glowing electronics all the time. So I feel like overall it's just way better to balance that for yourselves and give yourself time to really recharge and really hit this very healthy green energy that you like to see green when you're doing health readings, because that's just that verdant healthy vibe. Okay. Your talent and skills. So some of you, maybe you overexert yourself physically because of your talent. So if you're like, yes, I already knew when that card came out that, for my talent, I do XYZ with my body a lot, but that's exhausting for me, and I do need to take care to balance that out, right? So, so for example, if you're somebody who works with metals or clays or something, and you're like, yeah, that wears on my skin, or it has, I have to make sure of what I'm breathing in or ingesting or whatever based upon how I use my talents and skills, then you do want to take care of that, all right? We want to balance what is going on with how we're utilizing our bodies with still being healthy. Some of you leaning into your talent and skill might actually help. So some of you, how you utilize your body might also play into helping your health. So if you do things that are, let's say you're a dancer, so when you do your talent, you're a lot healthier. That could be amazing as well. So this is saying, trying to find some equality with what you like to do with your body versus what your body needs is a good balancing point. We did touch on this with other groups as well, again. So you might consider and watch those, because there's parts of this reading that do relate to group 1 and group 2, okay? Because we have the connection with the arms, the wings here, and the balancing of weight distribution, things like that we talked about. So I feel like this group is a summation in certain ways of the other piles. Okay, I wanted to pull a little bit more for this group. So, just for a particular nuance, okay? So shout out to the first 2 piles with this group. Here also we have tuning in, celebration, and death and birth. So this group, you really can find health moving forward when you take care of your spiritual energy, okay? Balancing your third eye, being aware of your spiritual recharging. is something that literally it helps extend your life. All right, so definitely go into your spiritual nutrition, making sure that your spirit, is aligned with mind body kind of energy. That's gonna help you celebrate a long life with this group, and keep you flourishing. Also, this is like celebrate life more. It's like, okay, energetically, we're going into like an energetic group, okay? Energetically, spiritually, if you are celebrating life, let's say when people are giving birth and there's children and everything, you're going to thrive better in your own health. If you're somebody who's not happy about that, if you're someone who's not happy about that, if you are constantly just like, I have no energy, I'm mad and surly and rah, and you're not showing equality to others, it's immediately going to drain up your health. So for you, energy, energy, energy. If you're someone who's not caring about the justice and the rights of others, if you don't feel like anyone else is worth exuding your energy and your health on, if you're drying up and becoming bitter about not utilizing your talents, you don't celebrate healthy things in life, you're not happy about, you don't, celebrate people when they pass, and you don't celebrate people when they're born, all of those things seem to tell your body and your spirit not to thrive, to just shrivel up. And you've seen people like that, right? I'm sure we can think of societal types or whatever, or certain people that we know who they just get bitter and they just shrivel up, and their life force is stankety, and their body just gives out and just gets very decrepit or whatever it is, right? This group, you're the group that you can decide either if you are thriving and looking glorious until late in your life, or if you just shrivel up at a young age based upon how you treat others, your life philosophy, and how you live from the soul, okay? That's a real thing. So we touched on some physical things, and also this group, again, check out group 1 and group 2 because there are some similar messages. But really, what the spirit world wanted to dive into here for your messages was like, get your spirit right. When your spirit is right, it alters even the time that you would enter and exit this lifetime. It really changes your quality of life, and it changes how your spirit shines through your body. Because one thing that is for certain, it doesn't matter what beauty products somebody uses, if you're somebody that your spirit shines through your body, you're astounding. Like, you stun people. That's just a different type of beauty. It's a different type of health. It's a different type of joy. You guys have the ability to really tap into that. It's there for all, but your spirit's pushing you. Like, let me connect with my body. Let me live. Let my aura be popping, and really touch how my hair and my body, is thriving and living. So if you hold back, for whatever reasons, if you're more focused on external jealousies or angers and bitterness and stuff, it really is a loss, because your body and your soul are ready to really thrive. They're ready to show their consciousness. They're ready to do that. And ironically, again, you don't lose more energy or suffer more through sharing with others. You actually thrive more, look healthier, live a better quality life, and look more gorgeous. So that is the advice I'm seeing for your health, okay? So thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all the spirit world for these messages, and I appreciate y'all. Hit the like, join the chat, hit the notification bell, and check back often, because YouTube be a little sly sometimes and people keep telling me they're not getting notifications. So check in. I'm trying to do daily uploads lately. And yeah, there's playlists that'll be linked. I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.